Finally, we've made it to the second act of our game, and Rufus and Goal are united on the exciting way to the lower Ascension station. If that is the sign of a healthy relationship, fortunately I can ask Goal right away. What did you feel during those moments of you two marching right into this adventure, being on the road, so to speak?
Actually, I don't remember this scene all too well. What I do remember are bruises, injuries. Oh, look, you can still see.
Yeah, that really shouldn't distract from the fact that your journey really welded you together.
Wait, is that a crane? I think it's all coming back.
Well, and that's that. Rufus and Goal are on their way together. Alex, maybe you should just turn around. Yes, they're on their way, and we can look forward to a journey through perils and joy with a lot of adventures. Let's just see what happens. Finally, we've...
Actually,
Well, and that's that.
Well, she seems to have coped okay. I probably shouldn't have parked her under a beehive when I took a break, though. This time, I'll get a more worthy vehicle for us.
One from which you don't always tumble off.
Oh, that was quite a drop. Luckily, I fell onto the backbone of some poor sucker whose fall wasn't as lucky as mine. Ah, looky here. Seems like the bridge collapsed. Doesn't matter, though. It isn't the first bridge that I've torn down today. And Goal. What am I going to do with Goal now? Damn! The unconscious woman in peril is caught on the other side of a canyon, and this is a rusty old crane for loading rail cars. Well, you don't have to be a genius to make the connection. That thing loads junk into the mine lorry when it's here. Come on now. Nothing. Damn. No matter what awaits me behind it, I'm prepared. This is beyond repair. Let's throw it out. Nothing. I have to stop expecting quality craftsmanship everywhere. Something's still missing here. Oh yeah, of course. My interest. Whoa, who's that?
A rusty drain pipe, chewing gum, some floss. Ah, this will make a magnificent prosthetic. Dum-de-dum-de-dum.
Hey you, come down from there. Oops. Too high. The box is screwed shut, as if a hex bolt could stop me. What naive dunces. Boy, oh boy, it's dark in here. Luckily, I have mastered the high art of sonar orientation. I just have to listen to the sound waves reflecting from the walls, and phoom, I can see like a bat. Ooh! This is a wall, no doubt about it. Ha! Finally, some light! Huh? The darkness must have distorted the sound waves. I don't have any other explanation. Hi there.
Huh? What? Oh! Hello.
Who are you?
Why do you want to know that? Are you a spy of the Orgonauts?
What? No! My name is Rufus. Yeah, I know I sometimes come across as enigmatic and threatening, but...
It was just a joke, Rufus. Of course you're not a spy, the way you're dressed and all.
Huh?
I'm Doc, handyman, trash hunter, spare parts dealer, brain surgeon. I own a small store on the floating black market. You might know my slogan from the communal broadcasts. Machine head, proper head, all the same to me.
Visit Doc! Da-da-da-da-da-da, they call him Rufus. Yeah, I know that one. I'm a handyman myself.
Ah, a colleague. Very good. What are you working on at the moment?
Roughly speaking, a plan to reach Elysium.
Why, look at you, daring to try the impossible. I like that. There's a man who doesn't get distracted by the impossibility of the task at hand.
Exactly.
One who'd rather risk a bloody nose before he accepts that he can't break through a wall with his head.
Yeah, exactly.
I like you, Rufus. Always towards the sun. And when the wings start melting, he makes sunglasses from the molten wax.
Yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy. Spare parts and brain surgery? What a strange combination.
You think so? I always thought that both professions are more or less in the same vein.
Oh, I see. Like genius and madness.
I'll take that as a compliment. But you're damn right.
So what are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Well, you look like a wombat ruffling through the trash hunting for food.
I'm looking for spare parts.
I knew that. Well, found anything yet?
If you know what you want, you'll always reach your goal.
Hey, that's my family's motto. Oh, no, wait. My family's motto was, it's enough to know how to light a fire. There will be others around who know how to operate an extinguisher. Is it far to the lower Ascension station?
No, not at all.
Great.
It's right behind this mountain of trash.
Grandissimo.
Right behind the unbeatable mine maze.
Terrific.
Let's do a thought experiment, in case a fellow handyman would face a problem. Really, just hypothetical.
Handymen don't know any problems, only challenges.
Oh, my thoughts exactly. But handymen help each other out when they face a challenge.
No doubt about it. That's the second most important rule of the handyman's code. Right after, ne'er show thy nail gun to the other handyman's wife, lest he'll show you his at very close range.
Yeah, important rule.
All right, shoot. What's the trouble?
When the mine bike doesn't start, for example.
You mean that rust bucket over there? What does it do?
Well, it rattles a little, and then the engine dies.
Ha ha! It would seem that the good old wing brake parallel shank is inverted on the horizontal axis inside the dorsal rump emanator once again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the parallel shank. Oh, you know, that always happens to me, too.
You better be happy that it wasn't anything serious. That's no real problem for us handymen, right?
No, of course not. I just wanted to get a second opinion.
Why, really? How could there possibly be two different opinions about a thing like that? The avial power inverter is shot. And what a stroke of luck! I've just found one. Here you go.
Hey, great. This is exactly what I need, seemingly.
What's wrong? Shall I help you fitting it too?
No. Nonsense. Fitting an avial power thingy.
I can do that in my sleep.
Well, I did that once. The next morning, my wife left me. Since then, I've given up sleeping on waterbeds. Is there anything else?
My girlfriend is too heavy.
Is that so? Well, I've just a piece of advice you need.
Really?
Yes, keep your hands off women like that. All you'll accomplish is a strained pelvis.
Ah, thank you.
Is there anything else?
My girlfriend has a malfunctioning brain implant.
You've come to the right place then. It has to be destiny that our paths crossed.
Does that mean you can fix it?
Of course I can.
Perfect.
But not here, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Just bring her to my practice on the floating black market tomorrow.
tomorrow you say? Oh crap, that's too late.
No, you could walk about for weeks with a malfunctioning brain implant without any serious long-term damage. My wife managed to go about her business with a charred frontal lobe chip for 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, she could only speak gibberish. It's a shame that I didn't even notice. Is there anything else?
Nothing that I can't handle myself.
Very well. You want a job done well, you do it yourself. DIY for the win.
You seem to know your way around women.
Ha! You've said it. Why do you ask?
Do you think someone like me could get involved with a woman from Elysium?
Oh, Rufus, like I always say, it's the same with women like it is with building a power inverter. You can attach a screw bushing to a spherical body, but never a clamp bushing to a cubical one.
A friend of mine knows this woman. He thinks that she's really got something.
But
Well, she's kind of engaged.
oh my, Rufus, you sure know some weird people. Well, the situation isn't any more complicated than the assembly of a power inverter. As long as the mauve muff has to stay attached to the cubical body, there will never be an avial power inverter with a mauve muff. Makes sense, eh?
Can a misunderstood but extremely laid-back guy from the wrong side of the tracks compete against a rich Elysian?
Oh dear, it's always the same old story. Love may give you wings, but a dorsal power inverter still has more spokes on the bevel than a binausial one. That's just how things are.
All right, what can I do to catch the attention of a woman who's already engaged?
Well, there's no recipe for that. But if you ask me, I'd tell you to take the power inverter as an example. 4 spokes, screws, 2 spokes, clamps. It's that easy.
Ah, forget it. I know more about women than anyone else.
I see. So you're a ladies' man too? Well, I hope I could help you anyway.
Is that booze?
A handyman's best friend, yes. Steadies your hands and frees your mind. Lowers the inhibitions to get your hands close to rotating blades. And is as good a disinfectant as it is a painkiller. Go on, have some. There's enough for the both of us.
I have to get moving.
Be safe. Always use goggles. And visit me on the floating black market in case we don't meet here again. I was talking about 1 sip, not the whole bottle.
Did I tell you that I have herpes?
What the? So what's the big idea drinking from my bottle? I'm a doctor. Amongst other things, I can't afford any disfiguring infectious diseases. Who'd be willing to undergo brain surgery if I had one?
Yeah, who would?
Wipe the bottleneck clean at once, and thoroughly.
Okie dokie. Let's give it a try. Whoops. Oh, it's always the same with these, ravioli inverters. I hope it's still functional. Where's it gone? Oh, there, and there, and there. And here's another part that looks the same. Damn, what's supposed to be a part of it and what isn't?
You can attach a screw bushing to a spherical body, but never a clamp bushing to a cubical one. As long as the mauve muff has to stay attached to the cubical body, there will never be an avial power inverter with a mauve muff. A dorsal power inverter still has more spokes on the bevel than a binossial one. 4 spokes, screws, 2 spokes, clamps.
Ha! I can build a power inverter in my sleep. Off into the inventory with it. I wonder if I can assemble a second one. Not bad, Rufus. You're a natural. I'll just assemble the third one real quick. There! I bet the doc couldn't have done it as brilliantly as me. Well, what's missing here is a plunger, or a plunge, yeah, well, there's something missing. That much is clear to an expert. And sit tight. Ha! Of course it does. It's a piece of cake for a pro. Let's give it a try. Like a kitten with asthma. A cool, exploding asthma kitten. Off we go! Yippee! Whoa, a lever! Woohoo! Wow, what a ride! Wonder where I am. Hey, wait a second. This looks exactly like the starting point, only I'm facing the other direction. They must have arranged the tracks symmetrically, or I must have gone in a circle. I knew this would happen. There really was a secret passage. I wonder where it leads. Top notch. Clean. Now I have a cloth soaked in alcohol. Hi there. Do you come here often? Don't drop it, you hear? Let's see, if I install the power inverter here, the signal is doing the exact opposite of what the signal light is showing. Excellent! Huh, the bright light stabilizes the sound waves. I can see in the dark. Ouch! The lever for the points, detached and discarded. It was probably the signalman's last wish for the mine bike to never roll again. Well, he didn't reckon on me. Hey, there's still something in there. This is still half full. Only a beetle. Child's play. Ready? Go! Crap! Oh, damn! What's wrong with me? I'm usually totally laid back. It must be the fumes from the mine. How can Doc stand them? Huh, I better go and ask him.
I see an excellent screen. I still remember from my childhood days. That's because the screen cost me years and years of my life. Artists, scripters, all of us. Mainly because of the mine bike. You can clearly see right in this just middle. The mine bike could go into all kinds of directions and to appear larger when in front and just when it goes far away and so on. We pondered back and forth, built a 3D model even so we could animate it properly. But when we noticed just how incredibly many animations we do, it drives all the way through, we goes from middle, from left to right, and all that from front to back and both sides, and using the elevator to go up and down. Needless to say, you age more rapidly when your oxygen supply is cut off. That can easily happen, for instance, when you have to talk a lot to explain something like this. You also age rapidly when your windpipe is crushed by the hands of an angry mob of scripters and artists acting in unusual unison while they tell you, "Are you out of your mind, Pokey? Leave us alone with your freaking mine bike!" Yeah. I think that was totally worth it. So, this is the screen where Rufus eventually meets Doc. Doc plays a very important part in the course of the story. I guess that's something I'm allowed to tell you right now.
Oh, come on.
But he does! After all, he's an experienced tinkerer and brain surgeon. I didn't mean in contrast to you, of course, but it's indisputable that he's helpful when it comes to power inverters. He's a valuable asset, isn't he?
Users? Yeah, what Pokey does here is it's sadly common practice. By that, I mean he confuses supporting actors with heroes. And it's nothing personal. I don't have a problem with it. I can take it. I mean, I am the star. I can be at the receiving end. In that regard, what you see here, it's got nothing to do with the person that I am.
Receiving end, huh? Like receiving Doc's booze, or receiving items you gather from all over the place. And when I said help, I meant in a way like during the voice recordings. Remember when we offered to build the chair you're sitting on together first, and where you would go, I'm good, I can do that myself. But to be honest, it cost us quite some time there.
Hey, first of all, that is a cheap shot. And I don't appreciate you doing imitations of me and spilling all sorts of private matters to our users. That is just shitty, man. But I mean, once more, for the fans, I don't mind. Sometimes you have to be on the receiving end. That's what happens when you're a star, That's something I keep telling myself. Even if you break into a comic book store by accident at night, that's exactly the time you've got to receive. And I stay true to my credo, always.
Hi there.
Huh? What? Oh, hello.
I have some more, challenges.
Keep 'em coming.
Doc, I'm a little highly strung.
I can see that. Look at you. The hands, the eyes, the hair.
Huh?
You should do something about it. Unrest is a handyman's death. If I get too twitchy, I meditate.
Meditate?
Yes. You should try it for yourself. Like this. Lodge your leg behind your head and fixate on a point on the horizon. Wait, I'll show you. Choose a point on the horizon and stare at it. What's wrong? You're not fixating at all. Just taking it. That's right. Can you see how everything gets more focused and how the colors are more lively? I have fixated on that strange blue shape to the right. Now I let my eyes wander to the north until I see a blue pole. Now I gaze far over to the west to that green thing. And then in a straight line to this blue thing down there. And then, finally, I'm already utterly entranced. In any case, you have to tell the world who you are. I am a river. After that, I take a good swig from my hip flask, and I'm all relaxed. Got everything?
This screen wasn't drawn by our background artist Michael for a change, but is instead the work of our cleverly hired Jan-Philipp Dombrovski, who also took care of some screens in the beginning. We occasionally get him on board when there are odds and ends that need his hands. Originally, we wanted this screen only for a cutscene, and it was not really intended for actual gameplay. Instead, we wanted to place the item simply here in the tunnel entrance of this mine labyrinth map. You've probably already seen it. We'll get to that eventually. Anyway. Then we realized that the controls were very clunky and it wasn't really fun to play. we want to see all that at a large scale. So we thought, well, we got that screen from the video, why not make it accessible for Rufus? Kind of let him roam the labyrinth where he can find those things. I hope this wasn't too messy, since you know, so much here is messy. But yeah, whatever. Isn't life itself a mess?
I knew it all along. You don't need yoga if you're resourceful. Leg behind the head? Check. Fixate horizon? Check. Here we go. Whoa. What? Up. And now? I think it's working, but I can't feel my tongue. Oh, that was good. Wow! Once again, nice and easy. Da la la da da li li di di li li. Da la la da da li li di di li. Rufus, yeah! Huh. Oh, you're quite heavy, babe. And I thought you were making yourself extra heavy when I lugged you up the hill just now. Never mind. The controls are exposed, and there's a circuit diagram. This'll be easy as pie. Yeah, now we're really going places. Check it out, babe. Oh, Rufus, you really are the best. True, so very true. If you like that, then you'll love what's coming next. Oh, yeah.
Look, the rails are still warm. What? Don't say you've already got one of these new infrared visors. No.
My beard sonar has gone to red alert. They have to be somewhere close by.
I'll send a helmet fax to the bailiff immediately. You two are shitting me, right?
Hold on for a second. My shoulder seismograph is giving me strange readings.
You're right. I feel it too. Guys, strange. According to the soul barometer in my boot, the ground pressure hasn't changed.
My sock spectrometer is still processing the data.
Guys, so it can't be an earthquake.
Wait, my kneecap ultrasound detector is registering strange readings from...
Hey, I'm still alive. I'm not an easy man to break. They call him Rufus. Rufus. And what a sight! The lower Ascension station. I did it once again. You see that? I did it. Oops. Maybe I should get you to a place that is a little more comfortable. Luckily, it'll be a downhill ride from here. So, do you want to be carried? Which would be plain boring. Or do you prefer the fun and fast way? Yes!
Historians would die for a way to decipher apparently missing text passages here. They still found no reasons why scratches and lesions related to ghosts subsequently appear. But then why should it bother you? For he finally managed to haul her more or less unharmed to the rendezvous spot, and that without expecting any pay, except for the reward. But it's not about the context, so get on with the plot. Huzzah, get on with the plot.
Well, you'll be safe here for now. We just need to wait for your fiancé to show up. That Cletus guy is really a lucky fella. I hope he'll keep his promise. Well, now we just have to wait. I guess I should search for a way up to the platform on top of the tower. The view should be good from up there. One fish of the day, please. Ugh, I should have said which day. Yummy! Skewered anchovies. They had those when I was a kid too. Wow, exactly those. Any foodie knows anchovies get better the longer they're stored.
All I wanted to have was the stick anyway.
Hey, there's something behind it. What the? A plug! Oh, man. One serving of cotton candy, please. I suppose the machine has no ears and no eyes. Otherwise, it'd be able to see who it's dealing with. The switches change the lights. There are 3 on this side and 1 on the other. Aha! 1 off, 2 on. I'm getting there. 3 and 3. That's 6, isn't it? Not really. You crazy? It can't be that easy. Ah! Now it's set to calzone. Now it's set to phosphor. Chewing gum, and fast. What? I want chewing gum. Huh. Voice control seems to be broken. This doesn't say anything about flavors. There's a dancing cockroach depicted, instead with a hat and a cane. That's stupid. I'll keep the rest for later, much later. That's the entrance to the candy shop. After Dad left me, I lived there for a week. Or was it an hour? Time passes so slowly when you're high on sugar. The mosaic depicts a group of trash crabs in a mating ritual with cocktails and colorful twisted straws. Or it doesn't. It's hard to make out any details without any light. Is this acid or water? Just water. The mosaic depicts waving people and a farewell party with barbecued sausage and loads of white confetti. No, that's just my blood circulation because I'm trying so hard. I need more light. Hey, my epic Gregorian choir is back. I thought I'd left that behind at the crane. Only mud and dust. That's all I can make out. R-U-F. That wasn't it. Maybe this? R-U. Nah, I've tried that. But what else could it be? The mosaic depicts a bunch of little guys. They seem to be building something. The raggedy-clad little guys carry giant steel girders up a steep ramp. The fancily-clad ones stand at the side and design fancy ornaments. Hey, that's the Ascension station, the departure to Elysium, and I'm there too. The mosaic depicts the upper class leaving the planet. The lower class remains behind. Whoa, those guys are really fed up. They shout at the traitors and shove barbecue lighters and sausages on giant forks in their faces. Must have been Barbecue Thursday. I believe there's a tool, at least I think Tony once mentioned something like that. Foamy. can't believe I'm doing this. I hope the historians will never learn about this bit. Crap, the mop broke. What an unfortunate occurrence. The mosaic depicts the cable boat leaving Deponia, just like I will be doing soon. And hey! Someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. At least, it's written right over the picture of the elevator clock, exactly where a piece of the mosaic is missing. Crap. Well, will you believe that? The stone won't stick. What now? Someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. At least, it's written right over the picture of the elevator clock, exactly where a piece of the mosaic is missing. Now, we'll have to use some extraordinary dexterity. There are still more pieces. Well, no problem. I'll have that solved in no time. why doesn't this fit? I guess I'll just have to press harder.
I don't know if I mentioned that, but I really dig minigames. I guess I don't represent the majority with that attitude, but there's a growing faction, or maybe one in regress. The lines there are blurry, I reckon. Anyway, there is a faction of people who passionately hate minigames and wish those abominations would be purged from the screens altogether. And this one goes out to them, bypassing the trenches of mortar fire. These factions, minigamers and anti-minigamers, are at constant war, you see, to see who's got the better weaponry. Right, and this is friendly not towards these bitter enemies by letting them break the minigame as hard as they want to. I gave this concept a go for the first time in Whispered World, as you can hear in the commentary over there. If you're German, or if you have the luck that we did in translation for that one. And I try that again, as you will hear in the commentary of Chaos on Deponia. But here I'll do it as well, crashing minigames. It's a trend. In the future, I hope everyone will at least break one minigame.
Still not right. I'll get there. Go in! Go in! Damn thing, you're supposed to... Oops. Uh-oh. What about the elevator code now? Damn it. Huh. Now the shard is hopelessly destroyed, but the chewing gum still looks alright. Ugh. But it's no better than it was before. The system reboots. The code for the elevator has been reset. Here comes the new one. Something really cool. R-U-F-U-S. Oh yeah. I can't see whether it's full or not. Plus, I don't have a match to shed light on the bottom. Too bad. R-U-F-U. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? The password is Rufus. I've said it myself. Or have I gone crazy? Well, so far so good. Now I just have to wait. What's that sound? Organon cruiser? What are they doing here? Is this a trap? Is Cletus an ally of the Organon? Well, I guess I'll have to take a closer look to find out. What a beauty! Strong, sturdy, and apart from a few bruises, in an overall excellent condition. Oh yes, reflections in windows are great. And why not? I see. The Ascension codes. That's what the catch was.
Finally, the top of the platform, all the way up the lower Ascension station, a clearly magical setup with an enchanted atmosphere, once more brilliantly executed by our artist Michael Benrath. But what strikes me most is that this is the first time when Rufus and Cletus meet face to face. And as far as I remember, making those two vastly different characters work together was a feat of its own. So tell me, Rufus, how was working with Cletus? In the story, the two of you are rivals, even courting the same woman. How was that kind of working experience for you?
Well, I want to use a metaphor here, even if I'm sure you won't get it, but the fans probably will. The Bible says, I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Fortunately, I'm not a Catholic.
Yeah, I guess you gotta work with that. Never mind. When the cameras were switched off, however, you and Cletus were still fighting your little fight behind the scenes. And in fact, you've got to admit, Rufus, you're getting into conflicts with other people quite often, huh? Which is beneficial, mostly. But this is by no means criticism.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid.
Your conflicts are more like conflicts with your environment in a way. A concept widely known, to artists at least, as the cussedness of things.
You know, what many people in front of the street don't see is that there are natural laws. And personally, I think those laws are bullshit. Yeah, you could, go ahead and say bullshit. I can say whatever I like in these commentaries. And speaking of which, that day, the light bulb prohibition kicked in and had to illuminate the whole set with these Chardassian eco bulbs, which have a luminosity of like 0.0004 lux per light. Do you have any idea how many bulbs we had to go through to brighten the set like that?
It was madness. Oh my word.
And listeners, fans out there, if I didn't have a spare battery, we couldn't have pulled that off. Tell them that.
And to add insult to injury, the elevator's lights went dead, and since the buttons weren't properly illuminated, we thought the elevator was out of order, since all the buttons' lights had to be changed as well.
Yeah, and we had to shoot all this at night.
And the stairs, all night long through the dark stairway, all the way down and up the lower Ascension station, up, and down again.
Yeah, and we hadn't mentioned that yet. We had to do all this during the night, since the power blacked out on us earlier. That's what happens if all the people come home and turn their TVs on.
Yes, exactly. Actually, this was supposed to be the daylight scene.
Yeah, well, I don't think people want to hear that. Let's just move on. This ornament is different from the others. How very likable.
Elevators are something you need in every single media product. No discussion, period. Because they are the one-to-go metaphor for life's constant ups and downs. Elevators. Yeah. I wanted an elevator scene in Deponia, and so I sketched a screen with an elevator in it. Elevator scenes are fundamentally superior to any other scenes, especially in movies. I love, for example, that elevator scene in Star Wars, the real one, the first Star Wars movie called Episode 4 nowadays, New Hope. There they are facing the wrong way while in the elevator, wondering why the door won't open while it opens behind them. Like that. Excellently done. And one of my favorite elevator scenes, maybe the best one ever created, is the one in Blues Brothers, when they go up in the elevator and outside this massive police force is gathering while they stand idle listening to that ridiculous elevator music. There are plenty more examples, Ghostbusters for example, too many to give them all credit now. The following though is most important. Ultimately the elevator scene I had in mind end up in the third part of the trilogy and not here in the first. The elevator still stayed the same, and we have some fun here with elevators.
Holy smoke, those are the same organons that were threatening Goal. Maybe they caught that Cletus guy. Yeah, I knew he'd be a whip. So what am I gonna do now? I guess it's better to remain hidden. Maybe I can find out something useful.
And you're sure that this Rufus character is naive enough to bring your fiancé here?
Absolutely. He's a self-centered, greedy rat. The expectation to get to Elysium will lure him here. A greedy rat? Why, that lousy...
I really don't understand what you see in this woman, Cletus. As far as I'm concerned, she's simply an unpredictable risk for our joint venture.
Believe me, after everything she did, I'd prefer to leave her behind on Deponia too. But I need the Ascension codes to return to Elysium. And unfortunately, those codes are only stored in her brain implant. No goal, no Ascension codes. And without Ascension codes, there's no joint venture.
I don't like it. Ulysses will have us both executed if he finds out that your companion is...
Shush. Here he comes.
At ease, bailiff. Report.
There's still no trace of the Deponian, Prime Controller, sir.
Then what are you waiting for? Carry on with your search. Even through this drone, the stench is unbearable. At last, it's time to put our plan into action.
Yes, as you wish, Prime Controller, sir. Let's get to work. The faster we're done here, the better.
I entirely agree. I'll have a look around the platform to see if this Rufus has already arrived. You'd better stay in the background. We can't risk that rat bailing out on us before we have the Ascension codes. Wait a minute. That Cletus guy. He looks just like me. Maybe not as attractive as me, but how can that be? And I don't like what they were talking about. I didn't get everything they said, but they're certainly up to no good, and I can never allow gold to fall into the Organon's hands. First, I'm gonna have a word with this Cletus. Shunk help him if he tries to deceive me.